Uh, but I thought our physicality really showed in the first quarter. I thought defensively we were pretty good in a lot of areas. On top of being good defensively in that first quarter, I thought, you know, our ball movement, spacing, ball reversals, our paint touches for sprays, our pace, getting off the ball in a timely manner, all really good. You know, we scored 38 points in that first quarter and did a decent job of holding them to 25. And then, you know, from there, I thought that we lost our focus a little bit defensively. They had 42 free throws. I think that Jonathan Kaminga had as many free throw attempts as us, and he made more than us. So one player on their team got to the free throw line and made more than us. And you know, I know we fouled some, and I'm okay with it. I'm okay if somebody's making a backdoor cut, we stand them up, or somebody's cutting through the paint, we stand them up, or we're aggressive in the screen by kind of bumping a guy off the route. What disappoints me about their free throw attempts, there were too many times where we were on a guy's hip while he was driving, we just reached. Or we closed out to the ball or rotated to the ball, and we led with our hands. And we can't do that. That's the only part that I'd like to take away from tonight defensively is when we reached and or led with our hands. We gotta go vertical, take a hit in the chest, or take a charge. And I know there were at least 2 times where we could have tried to go vertical or tried to take a charge, and it's probably a couple more, and we just flat out moved out the way. And again, you know, I talk about physicality, that's part of it. And that was disappointing to see. We did do some good things though, like I said, especially that first group. Our guys figured out how to fight, kind of get back in the game, and in the second half when we were down and descended to overtime, we just got to give Golden State credit for hitting bigger shots down the stretch than we did. But it all started with our reaching and getting them to the free throw line 42 times with Kaminga getting the same amount of free throws as us.
Yeah, Mike, number one, do you have any update on Chris? And number two, how did you feel like he looked with the first unit out there?
Yeah, so good news, our medical group already did an MRI on him, which came back clean. He has a small bone bruise, but you know, like I said, the MRI was good. It's clean.
Next question.
Mike, can you talk a little bit about what you were seeing from?
I'm sorry. And then the second question, I thought he was really, sorry about that, Jay. I thought he was really good with that starting group in that first quarter. I thought defensively he was really good, and I thought offensively he played the right way.
Can you elaborate on what you were seeing, how that worked, and then just maybe the way
with Chris?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. I'll just stop right there.
I thought our ball movement, our pace was good. I thought our spacing was good. A couple of times he even played 2-man game with Domas, you know, and if he didn't get it, he didn't stop. He kept moving. You know, we want to get out in transition to get to that 3-point line as quickly as we can. And I mean, after we secured a rebound, he took off and he ended up hitting a wing 3 because he was wide open and he beat everybody down the floor. And then defensively, you know, you're not stopping a guy like Klay Thompson, but I thought his physicality was done the right way. You know, you know, he made Klay try to work for his shots as best he could, and you know, whether it was chasing him off a pin down, Klay trying to post him, you know, he did a good job for being a young guy that hasn't played a ton of minutes.
Go ahead, Brandon.
Yeah, Coach, what did you think of Keon's impact on both ends of the floor, defensively, but then offensively, more specifically, him initiating the offense?
Defensively, he was great. He's got great anticipation. He's got long arms. He's a pretty good athlete, and I think he led us in deflections tonight. He might have got 5 deflections tonight. So that was huge. I thought, again, he was great on that end of the floor. And then offensively, he got in a little rhythm, hit a few shots for us, made a couple of plays, and so his minutes were really good. He and Colby both split time initiating offense for us for a stretch there. And so for 2 young guys, I thought they were pretty good. They played really, really hard, tried to play the right way.
I know you're just a few games into preseason, and that's what preseason's for, but is there anything surprise you about this group, be it positively or negatively, in just the way that trying to maybe duplicate what last year's effort looked like? I mean, obviously it was kind of a stumble out of the gate. Does this feel similar to that, even though you got a lot of guys that are just, you have like hockey substitutions a lot of time?
There are a lot of good things. The thing that I want to see change, like our practices are really, really good in terms of us playing the right way. And we go through too many stretches during the game where we're over dribbling or our spacing's not good offensively. And those are 2 of our 5 staples. We want to play .5 basketball. We want to get off the ball or make a quick move and then get off the ball. But at times we just dribble, and dribble. And so that's not what we do offensively. We didn't do that a ton last year. And then, like I said, at times we're on top of each other and we don't trust our spacing and each other to make the right play. Like I said, in practice, we do a pretty good job of it. Our energy is there and all that. And then on the defensive side of the ball, I think our physicality in practice is at a much higher level the right way. We're chesting guys. We're trying to take charges in practice and going vertical in practice. And then when we get out in the game, at least so far, it really hasn't shown. I thought the first game, or even maybe the Lakers game, we took 4 or 5 charges, which was beautiful. It was great to see. But I don't know, the other 2 of our preseason games, I didn't really see it. And so for me, continuing to try to play physical like we do in practice, to try to do that in the game for 48 minutes hasn't happened. And so that's been a little disappointing. And then, like I said, our spacing and our ability to get off the ball in practice, especially those 2 things, probably more than anything else, has been really good in practice, but at times it hadn't been good in games. And so that's a little disappointing too. But I'm sorry. But in stretches, we have done some things. It's just trying to put it together, some really good things, just trying to put it together for 48 minutes.
Coach, you said starting Chris over Kevin was more than just a message to Kevin and a message to the entire team and all the players. But how do you feel Kevin responded to that today with your ask for physicality and his side on defense?
I thought he was better defensively. I thought he tried to play physical, and he ended up with 3 quick fouls. I don't think his fouls were reaching. I thought he was trying to body Clay and or whoever else is out on the floor, if I recall correctly. So again, we just need him to sit down, guard, be physical, just like everybody else, and try to do it while showing your hands. And if you get a chance to take a hit, like going vertical or taking a charge, step in and do it for your team.
Anything else for Coach? All right, thanks everyone.
Thank y'all.